Late-night adventures on the gridiron, and we all know anything can happen when you kick off after dark. And the Terrapins will get us started with the opening kickoff. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Auburn's offense will be first on the attack. Off the play fake on first down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Craver. Tried to hit him with a quick game on first down and nothing doing there. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Off play action. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Got a man, it's Kane. He is denied, cannot get to the first down marker, and it's fourth down coming. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. A quick 3 and out, and they're already giving up the ball. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. So the Maryland Terrapins offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. Right down the gut of the field. Touchdown Terrapins! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
They'll run it from the gun. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. The Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Handoff from the gun. Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up 1 to the 35. These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. 3rd and short from the 45. They'll run the sneak for it.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
He'll do it himself. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. The Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Finds his tight end. And an absolutely fearless tackle. Giving up size, still got him on the turf. Auburn sends out the punting unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. From the shotgun, the inside give. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. Back open in the middle. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
And how nice is it, David, on third down to have a viable option running routes out of your backfield? That's why this running back is so valuable to this offense.
Yeah, and what matchup do I want to play? I want to play matchups where I have the advantage. I got a speed matchup of a linebacker versus a running back. Nice route, looking like he's going outside, cuts it in. Nice timing and rhythm with the quarterback. Nice third down conversion.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. Turning it on! And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Smith wants to throw. Got his man quickly. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down. The Terrapins come to the line with a new set of downs. From the gun, the running back has it. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Quick release on the RPO. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. We've reached the break. It's Maryland with the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. Rides the back on the option to give. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8. And the Terrapins kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. He's got the tight end. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down. This whole red zone offense thing has been a little shaky. They've been stopped twice already. Maybe they ought to try to score. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Maryland! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Missouri just wrapped up 4 quarters worth of dominance on its way to victory. And that's really the standard there in Columbia. That's a tremendous fan base, and they'll enjoy this one all week. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Thank you. Oh, he's got some space. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Looking downfield on first down. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. And the Tigers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Wants to go up top. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Pulls it in, it's Simmons. He won't get there, it'll bring up 4th down. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. Extend this lead here in week 5.
that is one of the biggest plays of that young man's football life. The true freshman taking the punt to the house. If I'm the head coach and I watch that, I'm now trying to find ways to get this guy on the field offensively because he's got some special ability.
Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking at this point.
Nothing went well in the first quarter. You just say refresh. Like, let's try to find a way now, chip into this lead, try to make it somewhat manageable when you get to the half.
And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Now on 3rd down for this offense. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking deep down the right side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. Auburn sends out the punting unit. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
When you talk about versatility at the running back spot, you got to talk about this guy in the conversation. He already has caught a touchdown on this one. They're still trying to throw him the football.
There he goes. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a 1st down. The Terrapins come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, running back on the move.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. And the Terrapins in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Find some fresh air. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. Solid run on the last play sets this offense up on 1st down. They'll give it to him again. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down. The Terrapins pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. This offense has been running up and down the field, and here they are, 1st and goal, a chance to tack on another one before halftime. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. After getting knocked back, it's 2nd and goal from the 4. Smith dropping to pass. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
Well, you haven't seen a ton of incompletions in this game, and that's good news for this QB. Obviously, he struggled his last game out. Part of that was the defense. Part of that was him not playing as well as he wanted to. But in this game, he really has been, for the most part, locked in, and that is a good sign for this offense.
The offense didn't even glance to the side, and he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Maryland!
Well, this thing's turning into a rout, and it's turning into a rout quickly. Really nice job by the offense there, but it's not just them. Their defense is getting it done. Their special teams are getting it done, and it just feels like they're really feeding off of this home crowd and their energy. This has been the definition of home field advantage in this football game.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Pulled and finds his man on the left. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Auburn to the line in a hurry. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Got it in the middle. It's Smith. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. Offense, quick tempo.
And that's good enough for a first down.
Wants to go up top on first down. Going for the big play. Got it in stride inside the 20. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
Let's just call it like it is. The first half has been ugly for this offense. Not a lot to cheer about until that play right there. They finally score. We've seen crazy things happen in college football. They're way down on the scoreboard right now, but anything can happen, and anything can change after you score like that.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25. Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field goal.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
Smith wants to throw. Using the quick game. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Well, you haven't seen a lot of incompletions from this guy now in his last 2 games out. Completed over 70% of his throws last week.
He uncorks one deep. And that ball is intercepted at the goal line. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. And the defense makes the tackle, and that ought to do it here in the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Tigers will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. Not sure they had to adjust much as they'll try to build on this lead. Starting this third quarter on the ground. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. And the Terrapins can really attack on this second and short. From the gun to give, looking for room. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
They'll give it to the back. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? The Terrapins are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Right on the money. He gets a little bit of work done. He goes out of bounds at the 42. It's a 1st and 10 from the 42-yard line. Leaves it with the running back. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. And the Terrapins with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Makes the tackle right at the 28-yard line. Pick up a 5, and they'll move the sticks. Offense has it at the 28 on first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Soft spot in the middle. And he's knocked down immediately, but they're in the red zone at the 14. The Terrapins will have it 1st and 10. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He's run out of bounds after the big game, and they are in business, 1st and goal. And the Terrapins had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. And the D denied them on 2nd and goal. Smith dropping to pass. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
Quickly complete. Touchdown, Terrapins! The offense puts up 6 with that trip to the end zone. And the extra point sails through, and they have a 35-7 lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, guys, got a final score in a big top 25 matchup today. Ole Miss showed its toughness on the road and picked up a crucial victory. And every win counts, don't get me wrong, but the victories outside of the comforts of home can really...
Continues to fight for yards. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays. On 1st down, here comes this offense. Might as well give it to him again. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The Tigers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Breaks into the open. He smashes his way through again. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32.
Defensively, you'll take the slow death. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making them run the guys, and get them on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this 3rd period. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Maryland has the lead. And it hasn't been much of a contest as we take a look at the overwhelming game stats through 3. Second down, they'll go to the air. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. On target. Inside the 20-yard line. Pushed out at the 18, and they're in business. They've moved it to the 19. 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a man. Get it out on the screen. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play, in prime position for a score. Now with a 1st and goal, let's see what Auburn's got cooking. They want to throw it. Pressure coming. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking to fire. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's a Heat. He's got it and still on his feet.
Man, and this is why coaches get paid the big bucks. You get to stop here. I'm down multiple possessions. Do I kick it now because it's a hard 4th down, or am I putting the foot on the pedal and staying aggressive to try to get a touchdown?
They'll go to the air. Let's it go to the end zone. Incomplete, and that'll be a turnover on downs. Look at it this way. The field position is awful, but opportunity to pile up a lot of stats because there are a lot of yards in front of them. Shoots through that hole and picks up 5. He's out to the 11. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. The give from the gun. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. This is the type of play that can give the offense momentum. 3rd and short from inside the 20. He'll get it out to the 25. Not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a 1st down. The Terrapins come to the line with a new set of downs. on the ground trying to pull the plug on this clock. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Got the first down and still on his feet. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. We've reached a 2-minute timeout, and in all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. They have declared their intentions on this drive, keeping it on the ground. It's 1st and 10 again. And the Terrapins can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. The give to the tailback. Turning it on! He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it. The Terrapins back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Out of the gun, the inside give. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. And the Terrapins kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Going to the run, it's Smith. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. They'll immediately call timeout. And while this game is all but decided, the offense's job is to score. So they might try to score again. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Finds his big tight end. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Gets it out fast. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.